Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. Nikola, ticker symbol NKLA. I've got some breaking news. An interview that happened just a short while ago. Nikola investors might find this useful. Would you like to listen in? Of course you would. Have you tapped the like button, subscribe to the channel? Well, here goes. We got some interesting news. You may have already heard it, but of course, Fox Business don't trend for this stock. We do. So now we need to get the information out so the investors get to hear it. Well, here is that news. Let's get straight into it. Without further ado, let's go into that. And thank you, Mr. Mankey, for sending this in. Here we go.
CEO Steve Gursky, I know you want it to be the former. You want it to be a brand new shining day. What are the most important moves you have made beyond new executives coming in that get you to a sunnier side here?
Good afternoon, Liz, and thanks for having me. So I would say the fourth quarter results really were about getting onto the field, getting out of the locker room and getting on the field.
I'm going to add at that point, I have to agree. I thought the earnings call was very well presented. I loved it, and I put a message out saying that I actually like what Nikola are doing now. They've had a very difficult past, no doubt about it. A lot of bad news, stock price awful, obviously. Founder disaster, and the last earnings call did really set the stage. So let's listen into this.
We delivered 35 trucks to customers. We are the only ones selling Class 8 hydrogen trucks in the country. Of those 35, 30-ish went to California, which is a focus market for us. Another 5 went up to Canada, which is another market for us. We continue to see customer interest by way of these vouchers, these discount vouchers that the state of California is offering. We have 99% of all the vouchers for fuel cell trucks in California. And in fact, if you look at all the vouchers for our fuel cell trucks, which are around 350, 360, they add to everybody else. You can add up everybody else's vouchers for battery trucks, and we have more than they do.
I want to hear about
We started our...
Go ahead. I just want to hear about how the phone is ringing. Is the phone ringing with more customers? And if so, what kind of customers are willing to take a chance on a company that, of course, going in the rearview mirror, had huge problems, not the least of which was the founder and CEO, former Trevor Milton, who had...
She's a good reporter here. She's asking the hard questions. I like that. That's what the investors want to hear. Let's hear what he says.
Been busted for fraud, for faking that the truck actually worked when it never did. He faces a 4-year prison sentence. Right now, he's out on appeal, and we'll see what happens there. But you came from General Motors. You know how to work those phones. Who's calling?
So the good news is, of the 35 that we sold in the fourth quarter, 2 fleets took 10. 1 fleet took 5. One of the fleets that took 10 want 40 more. So these aren't onesies and twosies. These are big fleets that are making commitments, that really believe in it. You see names here: Biaggi Brothers, IMC, which is a big drayage company, JB Hunt. These are not small players. These are large players that really are making commitments to zero emission, and we're a lead provider of zero emission semi-trucks.
You got to tell.
I would like your thoughts below in the video. Are you a Nikola investor? Do you believe in this company? It's very interesting to hear that they're the only ones doing this in the country. Do share this video out. I will reply to all of my members' questions, and I will answer all of you. I'd love your thoughts on this.
Tell me if you are confirmed to be on track with the battery-powered trucks, because I know the big setback you had with the recall last summer due to fire risk. How quickly were you able to fix that situation, and what should potential customers know?
Sure. I think customers should know that we are on track to deliver the battery truck back. We'll start seeing it in customer hands late March. And then as we get into the second and third quarter, we'll continue to deliver more and more of those. And the beauty of this, Liz, is we can update our trucks remotely, a lot like the Tesla. I think you used to own a Tesla. Yeah. You can update that remotely. We will continue to add features to these trucks after we put them back on the road, either the battery or the fuel cell truck.
What do you think every time you see a negative headline that says these batteries freeze in the cold weather or the charging stations don't work. Nobody wants these things anymore. They're now asking. We just did the Ford story of how their hybrid sales are up 32%. Tell me exactly what your response to that is, having worked for years at General Motors and Opel.
It's a very good interview, this one. I like it. This is what investors want to hear, the hard facts and being answered. Let's see how he answers this one.
You know, with internal combustion cars and the transition, it's psychological, and then, of course, it's monetary. These things are not cheap.
Sure. These transitions are never easy, which is one of the reasons why we're focused in California. There's 30,000 trucks serving the ports in California. There's a big effort by the state to use carrots and sticks to make those go zero emission, and we're one of the leading providers there. The other thing to mention, Liz, is the companies you put up there are business-to-consumer companies, B2C companies, okay? The light-duty EV pass car market is seeing inventories rise, as you said before, and prices are falling. We ended last year with zero finished goods inventory. And you're right, I worked in the car business, and with zero finished goods inventory is very unusual. And our prices are actually going up. So it's a very different scenario than what's going on in the light duty market.
When do you expect that shareholders who took a chance on this company will see a move to the upside, as it right now is just at 74 cents?
Sure. Well, listen, being a former stock analyst and in companies, stocks are connected to companies like rubber bands. Sometimes they get way ahead. Sometimes they get way behind. We could just focus on what we can deliver. And that's satisfying the customers, building more customers, getting more trucks out there, getting fuel to our customers.
There you go. A very interesting interview there with the CEO of Nikola. I think he did very well. What do you think? I'd like your thoughts below. This is just some breaking news. Wanted to share this with you this morning. Do tap the like button and share this out. I think this is bullish. He took some very hard questions there, and he faced it down and delivered some great answers. So there you go. Leave me your comments below. I will reply to everyone and share this out. Very interesting. We know that our investors are contacting Nikola to have them on the show. We've done a full analysis of the stock, and I'll give you the link to that above my head and below in the description. You'll also find the video of Invite the CEO as well, which is your press kit to send off to investor relations, and you can invite them on the show. I'd love to hear from them and give them a good chance here to talk about the business. We'd love to see them do well. Fantastic. Good news there this morning. Thank you to one of our members for sending that in. That's the power of Discord and our Lucas 8 army. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.